What would you do if you were in a long distance relationship, like you really love this person, you're planning your future together, and you start noticing things in the background of their video calls? Small things at first, things that don't quite add up, things that make your stomach drop, but you can't prove anything. Do you say something and risk looking paranoid? Do you ignore it and hope you're wrong? Or do you start investigating? Keep the question in your head, because this guy went through absolute hell, and honestly I'm not sure you would handle it as well he did. Alright, so let me see this scene. Our narrator, we'll call him Jake for this story, met this girlfriend Emma on a dating app about 2 years ago. They were both living in the same city at the time, Seattle, and everything was pretty perfect, you know? They did all the normal couple stuff: concerts, hiking, weekend trips, meeting each other's friends. And Jake said in his post that Emma was genuinely one of the most fun people he ever met. She had this energy that just made everything feel like an adventure. They dated for about 8 months in person, and Jake was already thinking this could be the one, like long-term serious. But here is where it gets complicated. Emma got offered the incredible job opportunity in Boston, like dream job kind of stuff. Pay raise, better title, amazing company. It was one of those offers you just can't turn down. So they had the talk. You know, the one, the what are we going to do about this talk. And they decided to try a long distance. Jake couldn't move. He had his own career in Seattle, family there, a whole life. But they loved each other, they were committed, and they figured they could make it work. Lots of couples do, right? The first few months of long distance were actually great, according to Jake. They video called every single night, like regularly. 8 p.m. his time, 11 p.m. her time, they'd be on FaceTime for at least an hour, sometimes 2 or 3. They'd watch shows together, eat dinner together, just talk about their days. They'd fly out to visit each other once a month. Sometimes Jake would go to Boston, sometimes Emma would come to Seattle. Jake said it felt suitable. It felt like they were making it work. Sure, he missed her like crazy, missing being able to actually hold her, but their relationship still felt solid. They were planning for Emma to transfer back to Seattle after a year, maybe 18 months. There was an end date to the distance, which made it bearable. Everything seemed fine, everything seems normal, until it wasn't. So about 4 months into a long distance thing, this will be roughly a year into a relationship total. Jake starts noticing sometimes something weird during their video calls. Emma had moved into this cute one-bedroom apartment in Boston. She would send him pictures when they first moved in, giving him the full tour over video. It was small but nice. Very her style, lots of plants, starring lights, cozy vibe. And Jake said he would even helped her pick out some of the furniture online, looking at the stuff together during their calls. But one night they are on their usual call, and Jake notices something in the background on Emma's bathroom counter. The bathroom door was open behind her, there was a razor sitting out, like a man's razor. One of the fancy ones with the thick handle, you know, not the kind Emma would use. Now Jake's not an idiot, but he's also not trying to be a crazy paranoid boyfriend, right? So he doesn't immediately freak out. He mentions it super casual. Hey, is that a dude's razor in your bathroom? And Emma, she doesn't even hesitate. She laughs and says, "Oh my god, yeah, my brothers left their hair. He visited last weekend, remember? I told you he was coming to help me move some furniture. And Jake did, remember? Her mentioning her brother visiting. So he would like, okay, that tracks. That makes sense. He feels a little dumb for even bringing up. But here's the thing, and this is where it gets weird. The razor was still there in the next night, and the night after that, just sitting on the counter. And Jake's thinking, they wouldn't she put her brother's razor away? Why would it just leave on the bathroom counter? He doesn't say anything though, because what's he going to do? Interrogate her about razor placement? That's psycho behavior. So swallows the weird feeling and moves on. 2 weeks later, different call, different night, Jax noticed a hoodie hanging on the back of the Emma's bedroom door. A man's hoodie. Gray, size large or XL, definitely not something about Emma would wear. It's got some sports team logo on it. Jake couldn't remember which one. And again, he mentions it. Again, super casual, trying not to sound accusatory. Hey, whose hoodie is that? Emma barely looks at where he's pointing. What? Oh, that's my roommate Sarah's boyfriend. He left in there last time he visited. She keeps forgetting to give back it to him. And okay, pause. Jake knows Emma lives alone. She moved into a one-bedroom herself. This is a no roommate Sarah, but Emma said it so confidently, so quickly that Jake literally questioned his own memory for a second. Like, did she mention getting a roommate and he forgot? Has he been remembering this wrong the whole time? So later, that night after the call, Jake's goes back through their text messages, goes back through old video calls on the laptop, confirms, no, Emma definitely lives alone. There was a never roommate. She never mentioned a roommate. So why did she just lie about that? Jake said this was the moment his stomach really dropped for the first time, because the razor, maybe that was innocent, maybe it really was her brother's and she just hadn't put it away. But this was a straight up lie, an unnecessary lie. She couldn't have said it was her ex-boyfriend's and she forgot to throw it out, or that she borrowed it from a friend, or literally anything else. But she invented a roommate who doesn't exist. He doesn't confront her about it. Not yet, because he's still trying to convince himself there is an explanation. That maybe he's misremembering, that maybe he's being paranoid because of the distance and his own problems. But he starts paying closer attention. Over the next month and a half, things escalate. And bro, this part of the story genuinely made me so angry, because what Emma does here is textbooks, gaslighting, and honestly kind of devil. Jake starts noticing more and more stuff in the background of the calls. There is a second toothbrush in the holder. Emma says it's for guests. There is men's deodorant on the bedroom counter. Emma says she prefers men's deodorant, it works better. There is a pair of Nike sneakers by the front door, size 20 or 13, way too big to Emma's. She said there is her dad's from when her parents visited. Every single time Jake's brings something up, Emma has an answer, and her answers are always delivered with the tone, this slightly annoyed, slightly condescending tone, like Jake's being ridiculous for the even asking, like he's being controlling or positive or paranoid. Why are you interrogating me and your stuff in my apartment? She say, do you not trust me? And that's line right there, do you not trust me, becomes her go-to shutdown. Every time Jake expresses concern, the flips in it back on him. Suddenly he's the problem, he's the one being unreasonable, he's the one damaging the relationship with the suspicious. Alright guys, I want to hear from you one this one, because I generally think people are going to have different takes. First question, do you think Jake should confronted Emma's earlier, or was he right to wait until he had considered proof? Because I go back and forth on this. Part of me thinks he should have pushed harder when she lied about the roommate, but the part of the understands wanting to be absolutely sure before making accusations. Alright guys, I'm gonna end it here. Yesterday I got the first follower, thanks for it.